5.
Be clear of the rocket during liftoff, and the Falcon 9 is now on internal power. So it's a really exciting time here. We're going to allow you to just kind of listen in and enjoy. One other thing you'll notice right before liftoff, at about 18 seconds to go, the pad will actually begin to receive a large quantity of water. And the reason that they kind of dump that water on there is to help cool the pad as well as to help with sound suppression. It's a very loud event, and that sound can actually cause disruptions in infrastructure. So let's listen in now and enjoy.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
Dragon is in startup.
Ground gas closeouts complete.
Stage 2 pressing for flight.
Go for launch.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Stage 1 pressing.
T-minus 15 seconds.
Falcon 9 is configured for flight.
10, 9,
And the final seconds.
7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And liftoff of the Falcon 9 rocket and Dragon spacecraft, carrying research seeking to improve human health on Earth and in space.
Stage 1 propulsion phenomenal.
Urine chip, AOS.
power and telemetry are nominal.
Vehicle is supersonic. Vehicle is experiencing maximum aerodynamic pressure.
So there are a couple really important calls: maximum dynamic pressure and exceeding supersonic speeds. So all good things, and we heard a nominal call on telemetry.
MVAC chill.
Just meaning things are going well. Also the MVAC chill, that's the second stage. There's a single Merlin vacuum engine, and that's begun its chilling process in preparation for its portion of the flight here in just a minute. In about 20 seconds or so, we're expecting to hear the call for MECO, our main engine cutoff.
And then just a few seconds after that, we're going to get some separation.
So there you saw the MECO.
MECO.
And that's the stage separation.
Stage
Tough
separation confirmed.
Tough to see exactly
Stage
what
1.
happened there. Oh, there we see some action. So the first stage has now begun it just did its boost back burn, and the MVAC engine has ignited. So we have all these things happening very, very quickly, which is great news. All things going well. Again, there you can see the second stage single engine, and that has ignited and is working as expected.
The booster falling back, we know is going to be landing closer to Florida than in previous landings on the drone ship, because the drone ship just a few miles off our coast.
Yeah, that's correct. So typically the drone ship will actually be more towards somewhere off the coast of Jacksonville, Florida, or Georgia. And today they're actually just, I think, a couple dozen miles off the coast here, away from us at the Kennedy Space Center and Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. So this is, so again, a really quick series of events happening. We just got the call for the first stage boost back burn completing. So they're essentially turning that rocket around, because when they launch, they're not just launching straight up, they're launching up and to enter an orbit, kind of chasing after the space station. And so the Falcon has to not only turn around, but then it has to kind of aim for that, of course, I Still Love You, the drone ship. So it's definitely it is an amazing feat to be able to actually return a booster like that, which SpaceX is getting really good at that.
It is indeed, and we're on obviously the dark side of the Earth right now, so not seeing much in the background, but we are seeing that second stage performing well.
Yeah, so kind of previewing the things that are coming up, and we'll stay with you through part of this, and then we'll be passing it off here in a minute to the folks over there at SpaceX. But we have seen liftoff, which went really well. We made it through max Q. We had the first stage separation finishing its task and beginning its.
All right, we're going to pull away from our coverage of the rocket launch from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station tonight. That was a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket lifting off from the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. I want to bring you back here live to where I am. Good morning to you. I'm Eric Sandoval. I'm actually live in Jacksonville. We were watching this launch here in Jacksonville, but we're also here covering a breaking news story right now where a passenger plane has skid off the runway here at the Naval Air Station here in Jacksonville. We have some video from the scene that was shot a little bit earlier, right after this happened. This was a charter flight from the Naval Air Station in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. 136 passengers were on board. Emergency crews here tell us the plane skidded off the runway here. Bad weather was here, and it landed in the St. Johns River. Fortunately, everybody survived. Passengers suffered minor injuries. 21 of them are being treated right now. Now, 2:54 a.m., the plane is still in the water. And Commander Mike Connor here at the NAS Jacksonville says they're worried about a fuel spill.
We obviously are very concerned about the environment, and we're doing everything we can to contain it. That was, once we were assured that personnel were safe, our next priority effort was to get our containment around the aircraft to contain any type of fuel.
Sir, if we could step back.
Now, once again, we want to tell you there were no fatalities, only minor injuries, and right now crews are working to get that plane out of the water. We're working on a lot more information on this developing story. Still a lot more information coming from the Naval Air Station here in Jacksonville. We're preparing that for our 5 a.m. newscast. The News 6 Morning News begins at 5 a.m. And, of course, for news anytime at your fingertips, head to clickorlando.com. We'll see you in a few hours.